Hello everyone. So I now got the PS5 Slim and it's time to unbox. This is what the PlayStation came in. Very nice disguise so that no one can actually see it's a PS5 when it's delivered, so that way there could be no what do they call those? The robbers or thieves that steal your packages. I forgot the name for it. So fresh out the box, you can see that I opened it upside down. Not a lot of protective casing surrounding the whole box, but at least hopefully the box itself will have some protective stuff in there too. Toss it over the side. But yeah, like I said, I opened it upside down. And fresh out the box, this is what it looks like. Let me see if I can get some more lighting. Probably not the best lighting, but give me a second. There we go. Okay, so that's what the box looks like. Off the side too. And then the back itself. All right, let's open it up. I would like to go ahead and say that this cover for the PS5 is a little, how would I say, fragile. So be careful when opening, you'll probably rip it. Okay, we're going to start off on this side. So here's the AC adapter, the power outlet. I think that's what it's called, AC adapter. And these are the plastic stands that you can use to, I guess, hold it sideways. Not up and down, but sideways. You gotta buy that stand off of the PlayStation Store. It's like 30 bucks. Next, we have here the PlayStation 5 remote and the USB Type-C to USB Type-C charging cable for the remote. And then we have the HDMI to HDMI. All right. Okay, now I did notice differences in the feel and the texture of it. So this is the new remote for the Slim. And the touchpad feels really good. Buttons feel really good. And this is like feeling new. This is my launch day controller, which I will say I've only used it for about a week when I first got it. After that, I really just kept this remote, just in storage. I haven't really used it. So you can see the back right there. So I haven't really used it as much because I only used it for 1 week when the PS5 first released. But the touchpad here feels a little more like hard to push down, but this one feels a little bit way more loose. Buttons feel really good. Feel about the same, but as far as the sticks go, these ones feel different. These ones feel way smoother compared to these ones. I don't know. Maybe it's just because these were just sitting in storage, probably. But I rarely use this controller. It's still practically brand new. I've had it covered, but this definitely feels a little bit better than this. Even though this is day one, this is like already 3 years old, and only used it for about a week. So. But yeah, it just honestly, the touchpad feels different from here, in my opinion. So yeah. All right, and this is the Slim up close with the glossy material up here, and then you got this up here in the front. Hold on, let me add. Oh, sorry, I can't add light here. But as you can see, it's got a really good gloss up top. Really good back cover. It actually looks really good. I like the design, the changes. It looks pretty nice. Now this is the disc side, or as you would say, the bottom side. There you go. That's the front. Eject, power, 2 USB Type-Cs, fast charging. I don't want to open this up because this is my first PS5 Slim, so I don't want to do that yet until I get more handy with this later down the line, but this is it. All right, so this is where I have it set up right here. I will move it later on to a different location to have it fit along with the other PlayStation members here, but the Series X will have to be on standby until I find a nice place to organize everything all together. Because as you can see, I have a pretty cluttered area for right now, but fix that in a bit. This is the startup. I always wondered why it doesn't do this actively after every turn on. It looks pretty sick. Alright, now it's asking me to connect the remote. Give me a second. Okay, so we're gonna put our settings to English, of course. Control the amount of power consumed and features your PS5 can use while in rest mode. Optimize experience. Low power use. Custom. I'll go with the optimized experience. Of course, as we read the first time, I will not bother you guys with the boring details, but I will just confirm. Update the system software to use network features and get the most out of your PS5. Continue. Will be updated. So now we're just gonna wait about 35 seconds till it updates. By the way, this is also what it looks like when it is lit up. Looks really good. Now let's get started. So it is asking to update the DualSense wireless controller. We'll update that. Should take a couple seconds. Alright, so after the controller update, you're gonna get this screen. Give it a minute. Don't overreact. Don't be like, oh man, it froze, and don't turn off your PlayStation just because it doesn't come back on. Trust me, this happened my first time with the PlayStation 5 when I first got it. You have to give it some time. It doesn't take too long, but just give it some time. Alright, so that issue that you bared witness to where the screen was on the little glossy things for a little bit, it took more than 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, it didn't do anything else. Controller didn't make any functions. So the safe way I did it was to just turn it off, because it was basically on the off or the ready mode basically after updating the remote. So I just turned it off, and then turning it back on allowed it to continue to its next process, which is the disk drive to be connected to the PS5 to then register it. So we'll do that now, and hopefully it should take just a couple seconds. Oh, I think it already did. It says you can now use your disk drive with your PS5. To safely remove your disk drive, make sure to first turn off your PS5. Unplug the AC power cord. Removing your disk drive while your PS5 is in rest mode might cause data loss, corruption, or damage. It says insert a game disc if you have a game disc. I do not have a PS5 game disc. Everything is all mostly digital. Continue without disc. And to sign in, I can do the QR code sign or sign in manually. I'm going to go ahead and do the QR code one, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I did all the account login and everything that I need to do, that's the same thing basically when you set up the first PS5. You know, do you want to share your account across your PlayStation? And that's pretty much just always a yes. So we have everything looking really smooth. Of course, there's no game in it right now, but there will be soon. Let's check out the storage, see how much total. So this is a 1 terabyte PS5 Slim. It is exactly 848 gigabytes of size with free space of 830.6. So there is no games except for like that Robot Astro's Playroom and any other data, but I have no extended storage, not yet. I will soon. I will go ahead and download a game and play, and then I'll show you how it plays. Alright, so as you can see, I'm playing online against another player right now. I'm not that good at the game yet. I'm just a new player. I'm using Omni-Man. I just got him. I've been practicing a little bit with him. I'm not that skilled, but as you can see, the system is flawless. It still plays the game just as good, especially because of the graphics, the entertainment, and the way the controller is. I still don't like the DualSense for a Mortal Kombat game. I would prefer like the the Victress or just the arcade style type of play with like the controller adjustments, just to make it a little smoother and not to like have like to input such a long button from one to another to make a combo or setting. But that's just my preference. Honestly, the DualSense Edge Pro control, that one has also done pretty well for me, and I haven't been using it with Mortal Kombat as much, but I did use it the first time the game released back in September, and I was using it. It worked pretty well. But this is just with the PlayStation 5 remote. Just as you can see, it's working really well. There's no lag. And then moving on to this screen here, it's just more gameplay of the console itself. It's working just as good. There's really nothing I can say that this is not gonna. Not to say that there will be something down the line that's gonna mess it up or that's gonna probably end up ruining it, but that's to figure out later on. I bought the system just as it released. It took a couple of days to get, but I mean to send through shipping and whatnot, but I got it. Here it is. You can see the gameplay. It's just as good as the original PS5. It's still flawless, beautiful. It's very quiet too, by the way. I've been playing it on a low volume with the TV compared to, you know, most other places that I would be in, like the living room or the standard bedroom. But the fans are really quiet. I haven't heard it bug out yet, but I do know there is one game that makes all PlayStations that I've owned run at such a loud fan, and that's Warframe. So I will probably download that game and play it on the PS5 later this week. So just stay updated. I would say if you like to follow, you know, subscribe or whatever you like to do on my channel to keep up with any notifications that you may want to see or know about later down the line for issues or something that I may have on these games. I mostly post on TikTok, so I try to do quick videos. I don't really post much content about my PlayStation, but if you would like to see furthermore, I would be glad to post more if you guys like to see it, you know, details, questions that you may want to ask. So just go on, ask away. As you may know, I don't really, like I said, I don't post much, but liking the video, sharing it with your friends and family would really appreciate it and help me grow. But once again, as you can see, this gameplay just from Mortal Kombat 1, it's running really smooth. I absolutely love the game so far. It's actually really good. But Call of Duty gameplay will be coming out soon, the zombies, so stay tuned for that. And then yeah, you'll see zombies and how it runs on PS5. So I don't wish to take up much more of your time, guys. Just enjoy the fatality and then have a good rest of the day.